We're at the Bebout Veterinary Medical Center. I'm with Dr. Brandon Bebout. People have them, pets can get them too. We're talking allergies, correct?
Yes.
How common is it in our pets?
Very common. It actually has exceeded now as the #1 complaint when they come in for a sick exam. So outside of wellness, gastrointestinal used to be #1, and now it's been superseded by dermatology.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so is that the main indicator that our cat or our dog may have an allergy, or?
Yeah, and so itchy pets, skin infections, skin inflammation. We're obviously here in the summer, and those are the prime times. And so we essentially think of allergies as really 3 things: flea allergy, food allergy, and environmental. Environmental is our biggest. As far as flea allergy to start with, that one is the easiest to take care of and the silliest to miss. And so we just ask that we're on prevention, especially during those summer months. Now, a year ago, we had a very warm winter, not a lot of freezes, and so a lot of people got burnt by stopping like they normally do, November, December, January, February. And so we've had some dogs, even in January, if we don't have good hard freezes, we'll have fleas still alive. And so #1 is be on your prevention, and then you're just left with food allergy and environmental allergy.
Is there one food particular that a dog, let's go with the dog, may eat that we may not know that he's allergic to?
Exactly, and so typically it is the animal protein, and our top 4 allergies: chicken, beef, salmon, eggs. Very common proteins in our dog foods. And so how do we figure that out, is your question. Yep. And so, again, seasonality. Okay, the allergies are gone during the winter. Well, we know that you're feeding the same food through that winter months, and so that would rule that out. If there's no seasonality to it, we have a couple distributive patterns of where these dogs itch. Ears and rears is where we run into our food allergy. So that dog that's scooting, a lot of people think, oh, they have worms or their anal glands are full. Those are always possibilities, but a really good one is a food allergy. Ears, their face is down in that bowl. Those microscopic chicken allergens are kind of getting them. And so I just had a friend watch his golden retriever eat a bowl of food, and then the next 10 minutes he spent wiping his ears along the walls. And he says he's been doing that for about a decade. And I said, well, then we should maybe address his allergies. So
that was a clue. Was the
definitely.
ears? For 10
15
years?
minutes after he got done eating.
Wow.
And I had never watched him after he had eaten, and I said, well, we should do either an elimination trial. And so we changed that diet to either a hydrolyzed protein. We break down that chicken protein into about 3 or 4 amino acids rather than a long chain. And so essentially its molecular makeup changes so it doesn't bind to that protein, or bind to that surface inside the gut or inside the skin. And so we do that with dermatological skin issues. With food, it's going to take 8 to 12 weeks on a specific food. Nothing else. No rawhides, no hot dogs, no little toddlers dropping stuff off the chair down there for the dog to eat it, or we start over. And so when we see it get better in that 8 to 12 weeks, then we typically challenge them. Here's your chicken breast. And then all of a sudden they're itchy again, and we say, okay, we've identified our allergen. Most folks say, he's so much better, I don't want to do the challenge. And sometimes that's okay. We don't necessarily have to do that if you like that, that food. It is going to be a food that we recommend. A lot of folks try to go get a limited ingredient diet, and if it's not a brand that we necessarily recommend, we don't know if that, potato or rabbit or venison is running on the same conveyor belt as their chicken food. And so at the factory. And so we know with some of the foods that we recommend, and we just want you, if you're going to go through a trial, we want it to be accurate, and so that way we're not chasing other variables.
Okay, so a lot of great information. So join us next week as we continue this topic with Dr. Brandon Bebout from the Bebout Veterinary Medical Center.